Starfield, the huge open-world space game is set to release on the 6th of September. Multiple trailers have now been dropped for Starfield, but they hide some big details that you may have missed. From historical references to confirmed DLC, I'll be giving you the top 5 Starfield secrets that you need to know about. Firstly, as a former history student, it's incredibly exciting to see Bethesda pay homage to real historical figures who paved the way for adventure and exploration. In the Constellation meeting room, you can see a few paintings of famous explorers. I believe the portrait on the right here depicts Yuri Gagarin, a Soviet cosmonaut who became the first person to travel into outer space in 1961. On his left, I believe, is Valentina Tereshkova, who in 1963 became the first woman to enter space. The object you see in the front here is a small replica of the spaceship Vostok they actually used to travel into space, so that's really cool to see. Not only have they paid homage to famous astronauts, Bethesda also hinted towards other famous explorers such as Edmund Hillary, the first person to climb Mount Everest, as well as Ferdinand Magellan, the first person to circumnavigate the globe. In the far upper right corner here, I'm pretty sure that's a recoloured portrait of Amelia Earhart, who was a very distinguished aviator. But that's not it, there are also several planets named after different astronauts such as Gagarin, Jemison, Chowla and Olivas. These little references to explorers who hunted knowledge in areas of the unknown really showcase that Bethesda has paid attention to the fine details. One big part of Starfield that remains quite the mystery is what happens to planet Earth. Throughout all the gameplay we've seen so far, there are a few details that really makes it look like one of the planets is an empty and barren version of Earth. First up is this. Now, this looks the exact same as the Gateway Arch Monument in America. It looks like a deserted wasteland that's been devoid of life for centuries, but I can't wait to explore it and see what else there is that I might recognise. In the showcase, they actually tease very quickly our solar system as they hover over Mars for a split second. Based on the positioning of the grey circle directly above the sun, I am predicting this is Earth, still rotating around the sun but grey and dark instead of blue and green. Interestingly, we can also see that the solar system is shown as level 1. This suggests we will actually visit the planets in our own solar system pretty early in the game. Personally, I think starting on Mars would make sense, and we'll visit Earth once we've reached a certain point in the story. It has been confirmed that as we progress through the game, we will be able to return to humanity's own solar system and explore Earth's artifacts, discovering what actually happened to planet Earth. Another Starfield secret you may have missed is the pickpocketing system. Pickpocketing is a fun part of any open world RPG, and it looks like it will happen in real time in Starfield. This is a departure from how the mechanic operated in Bethesda's other games. In the Elder Scrolls and Fallout series, pickpocketing would prompt a pause where you get to sift through the NPC's inventory. I think this real-time aspect is a change for the better. It's more seamless and fits more with the game that Starfield is trying to be. It also looks like we will not be able to weigh up the odds of stealing certain items in Starfield, and therefore it will carry a little bit more risk. Either way, I can't wait to start stealing lots of sandwiches and other cool items. I'm sure there will be items with nods to Bethesda's other games too, which I'm super excited to see. One super exciting feature in Starfield you may have missed is the bounty system. Now, we all know that one of the main selling points of Starfield is the character customization. We will be able to take on whatever role in space we desire. We can be a devout, law-abiding United Nations citizen, or on the other hand, we can join the Crimson Fleet and defiantly roam around the Freestar Collective space and unsettled systems. It seems that the bounty mechanic will be here to help keep us in check if we go down the untamed route. In the recent gameplay overview, at one point when we are in the United Colonies area, we see this information in the top right. As you can see, we have a red bounty text and a number next to it. I assume this is the amount that the price on our head currently stands at. Now, we do not have much more information than this, but I think it's a really cool idea. On the other hand, it's also been confirmed that we will be able to take on the role of bounty hunter in outer space. There is a bounty hunter background available in the character customization customization menu, so you can build your whole character around this if you want to. Also in the showcase, they talked about this spaceship that's fast enough for bounty hunting. I really like how the system will work both ways. I'm sure it will add some nice depth to the gameplay, and I'm excited to see if there will be any more mechanics similar to this in the game. My final lesser known fact about Starfield is that it actually already has a confirmed DLC. In the gameplay showcase, Bethesda confirmed that the first expansion for Starfield will be called Starfield Shattered Space. Not much is currently known about this DLC, but we do know that it's a story expansion. It's good to know that extra content is already planned, as it will help keep the game alive for much longer. I have no doubt that the game will be around for a long time anyway, based on the scale and everything we've seen so far, but DLC definitely helps. It's also a testament to Bethesda's careful planning of the game. I can't help but think about one of the other biggest releases of this year, Hogwarts Legacy, and how it still does not have any concrete DLC plans after launch, despite the massive potential. It's good to know Bethesda will not make this mistake. Although you could say that we would expect this from a developer as big as Bethesda. We do not know what the DLC will add, but there are a few different theories floating about. Firstly, Shattered Space could suggest that something in the futuristic universe of Starfield has caused some sort of tear in time or space and caused something unexpected to happen. Alternatively, it could have something to do with the mysterious artifacts that we've seen throughout the trailers. Some people have also speculated how it could add an entirely new faction or race to the game. I personally find this harder to believe, as the whole game is currently over 120 gigabytes, which is huge, and another faction would make the game a whole heap bigger. Either way, I'm feeling even more optimistic about this game, knowing that there is additional content already planned to look forward to. Wow, Bethesda really has taken open world gaming to the next level. I just hope the story doesn't fall short because of how huge the game is, but answering humanity's biggest questions and finding out what's really out there does sound like an amazing place to start. Couple this with detailed character creation, thousands of planets to explore, and an insane amount of weapons to choose from, Starfield is set to be one of the biggest and best releases of this year. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to hit the like button down below and subscribe for more Starfield news. Let me know down in the comments what you're most looking forward to in this game. Thank you for watching, see you next time.